What's going on, guys? Criminal Justice here, and today I'm bringing you an early access plugin by Venoxity. This plugin is called Simple Emotes. For those that know who Venoxity is, he goes by Gravity Exploits on YouTube. He also made Simple HUD. So with that said, guys, we're going to get right into this. It's just going to be a showcase, not an installation. He'll be coming out with this. There'll be some updates on it. I'm assuming there'll be updates, and he'll release this at a later time. With that said, guys, we're going to pull the menu up right here. This is going to be your menu. Now, these right here are not accessible yet. The search is accessible, but the keybinds are not. The emotes and everything else is accessible. However, in future updates, I'm sure he'll make these two accessible as well. So let's start with the emotes menu. Now, this is pretty much like a 5M type thing, okay? So when we go to basic emotes, we're going to go in here. This is going to be different poses and all that. So we can do stuff like this by hitting the enter key. Now, if you want to cancel anytime, you're going to hit the X on your keyboard, all right? And we're going to check out a few of these because they all seem to be pretty cool. It's actually pretty dope. Venoxity does really good work. He's pretty big around the LSPDFR community. But there's all kinds of different stuff you do. What I do think Venoxity, just from a guy to a guy, what I would say from content creator to content creator, I think you need to add some hotkeys, brother. And I'm sure you've probably got that, you know, planned out for future updates. So what I mean is when we go into these emotes, is if we can add our own hotkeys on our keyboard to where we don't have to pull the menu up to activate them. So as you guys can see the group emotes here, you can't sorry about that, guys. You cannot access these yet. I'm sure they'll be accessible in future updates, as I said. Now you do have, let's go back to basic emotes. So we got everything in here, I believe, is probably a part of 5M. So here's argue here. There's argue, and then argue 2, and then 3, and then 4. So there's a lot of different emotes. I think it's a really cool plugin he's got going here. However, he did make me aware of the fact that, look at this, this is so funny. He did make me aware of the fact that this does cause Simple Control not to work. So, you know, he made Simple HUD and Simple Control. So it does, this menu, this plugin here does cause Simple Control not to work. However, as I said, you know, like I said a while ago, I'm sure in future updates he will fix that issue. All right, here's Blow Kiss right here. And we'll just go through a handful of them right here. Let's see this one, Blow Snot. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see about this one right here. So this is a bow. Awesome. And then boxing. Always like that one in 5. It's pretty cool. Always like that one. We can do bum sleep here. And then he's gonna, you know, he'll lay on the ground. And then you hit X to cancel. And there's Buzz Door. There's Call Dog. You can use your mouse or your keyboard enter key to do this. Let's go on down here and see what else, because there's as you guys can see, there's 444 emotes in this one emote menu right here, you know, alone. Oh look, that's Clap Angry. It's funny. But Venoxity does really good work, man. I really admire his work and the time he takes to do these plugins, because, you know, as content creators, we know it takes a long time for us to record videos, to make thumbnails, to edit them, to export them and upload them to YouTube. It takes a while for us to do that. So I can't imagine the time it takes that these guys take, like Venoxity himself, that he puts the time into these, you know, plugins. So I'm sure it takes a long time to, you know, to adjust all the coding, if that's even part of it, you know, to adjust the coding and then have everything do just exactly what you intend it to do. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. I like that one. Now let's go on down here, and it's got your cop stuff here. Your cop. Now see, this is right here is something I would use a lot, because I do a lot of thumbnails with my arms crossed, and it's hard to get your guy to cross his arms like that. Sometimes it takes a long time for me to get my guys to cross his arms just to get a thumbnail like that. So see, like this right here, that'd be a cool shot for me as a thumbnail. Let's go on down. Let's do CPR here. So you got CPR. Let me go to a different view here so you guys can kind of see it a little better. Let me pop out a little bit. All right, here we go. Now let's go back down to basic emotes. Let's do CPR again. Okay, so there's the CPR. There's There's the next one. He's standing up doing it. Let's check out the crawl. What is that? Oh, look at this. That is pretty dope, man. That's pretty awesome right there. All right, so that one did crash my game. Let's go ahead. Now, like I said, guys, it's an early access mod, and this is just something he wanted me to test out for him, and I told him I would do it. And anytime, you know, Venoxity, bro, Gravity, whatever you want to go by on here, anytime you've got some plugins for me to rock, man, let me know, and I'll rock it for you. And I'm sorry it took me so long to get to this. I do have a sick kid today. My 5-year-old's been sick. She stayed home from school, so I've been having to tend to her. I don't even know if I'm going to be going live tonight, if you guys even see this today, so we will find out. Now, see how it's got those crashes in there? So that's just part of the early access plugin. Not a big deal. He will fix this stuff, guys, I promise you. He always does good work. That's part of my Watch Your Death plugin. So let me go back on duty here. Let's go back on duty. And yeah, that crash thing is just part of the early access. It's not a big deal. Group emotes, accessory emotes. So here's accessory emotes. Let me turn the camera around so you guys can see it. So let's do the apple. All right, so that's pretty cool. So there's a lot of different stuff in here you guys can go through. You can do a balloon. Look at that huge balloon. My gosh. What's beans? Oh, goodness. Well, that would give you some terrible gas, wouldn't it? All right, let's go on down to... let's go down to bag. Let's see what that does. Console burst again. Need money to fix. Help. And binoculars is what you guys would imagine it to be. So pretty cool stuff. Birthday cake. Oh, nice. Even the candles look. That's pretty awesome. See, guys, it takes a long time, you know, to get these, to get your characters to stand the way they want, to get them to hold these props just right, to make it like they're actually holding them. These guys go through a lot of time and effort to make these things work just right for us. There's a boom box, then a bouquet of flowers. Let's go on down to camera. I do want to tell you guys there is a DLC list involved that you have to install with this. So keep that in mind. There's you have to put your DLC list in your DLC packs, and then you got to, you know, put the line in and all that in your DLC list. So just keep that in mind. I don't know if he'll still have that for future updates. He probably will. But just so you guys know, there's a plugins install, and then there's also a DLC list that you have to install as well. So that's pretty cool, man, these cameras and stuff. There's candy. Let's see what else he's got. Let's try the cigarette. Nice, a cigarette just like this right here, and it says press G to smoke. And I've tried that, but it may be one of those features that's just not working yet. He hasn't really got it, you know, set just right yet. Let's try cigars. So see, it says press G to smoke. And he may be doing it, I just may not be seeing it. But, all right, let's go on down to clean. So there's cleaning. And then right here, guys, is an important one. Clipboard. I think that's a very important one for those who play LSPDFR. And then, of course, you know, the coffee is a very important one as well. Let's see what Conehead is. Okay, let's do dollar. What is that? It's got a dollar in his hand. And again, you can cancel these by hitting X. I'm using F5 as my menu key. So let's see. Firefighter mask. Let's check that out. Okay, nothing goes on just yet. Firefighter unmask. Fishing. Okay, there's the fishing pole right there. This is pretty cool stuff. I mean, again, Venoxity does really good work on this stuff. I love Venoxity's work. Simple HUD and Simple HUD and Simple Control were just game-changing mods. They really were. When he brought out Simple HUD, I was so stoked to try it out. And then Simple Control, it was out for a little bit before I actually tried it. But once I tried it, man, I was like, wow. And with Simple Control, you don't have to have sticky wheels, which I didn't know until he told me about that. But you don't have to have sticky wheels as long as you have Simple Control. It's got its own feature of that. But just keep in mind, guys, right now this is an early access, you know, plug-in, so not everything is going to work and it's not going to be perfect. So just keep that in mind. There's guitar too. That's pretty cool right there. That's pretty dope. All right, let's go back. Let's go to dance emotes. These are some of my favorites that I've checked out so far. Let's try some of the dance club dances. All right, there we go. He's getting down. All right, let's do this one. So there's different ones here you can do. I mean, it's just a lot of different dances you can do. He'll really get down here if you click the right one. There he goes. He's rocking now. Yeah, that's a good one too. I want to see something like really funky. I want to see like a really funky dance. Let me see here. This is great, man. This is pretty great. Venoxity, man, big shout out to you, brother. You do good work, man. And like I said, to get your characters to do stuff like this, man, it takes a lot of time and coding, man, to get this stuff just right. So these guys, man, you know, they do this for free. If you guys ever have a couple of dollars or whatever, you know, to throw their way, please do it, because these guys work for absolutely nothing. And they do it because they want people like us to enjoy the game more. And this stuff like this, it's plugins like this that make the game more immersive and more enjoyable to, you know, go into and play and record and stuff like that. So, all right, so we're going to cancel that. Now we're going to go back. We're going to go to animal emotes. So those are not available yet. And then here's your favorites. You can actually add your favorites. I'm not sure how to add favorites yet. Right there. So let's say if we want to add the guitar electric right there. Add as a favorite. We're going to hit delete on the keyboard. And that should have added the favorite if he's got that set yet. Let's see. No, he does not. So that one is not available yet. But here's all your emotes, guys. You just have to go in here once it's available to play. Once it's available to put in your game, you know, download and install. I'll do another video on how to install it once it's available. I'm sure he'll let me know. But there's pretty much, you know, the sky's the limit, man. It's endless amounts of just emotes in here that you can, you know, mess with and play around with. And I really hope, Venoxity, you add some way for us to do hotkeys with these so we can set certain ones to our hotkeys on our keyboard. That would just be awesome. But that said, guys, that is pretty much it. I'm going to enjoy my hot dog here, and I want to keep biting the same piece over and over again. But with that said, everyone, again, another big shout out to Venoxity. I will link his LSPDFR page in the description below, guys, and I will also pin it in the comments. With that said, everyone, until next time, stay safe, stay awesome, stay in prayer, stand firm, and put God first. I will see you all in the next video.